All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
47 degrees, clear, and 8:20. Good evening, I'm Lane Bijardi, and here's what's happening. New Jersey prosecutors say they just took down a big illegal sports gambling operation which involved a member of the Lucchese crime family. The family of a woman beaten to death at Bronx Public Hospital has filed a $20 million lawsuit against the city. The end may be near for New York City subway conductors. Governor Hochul has to make the call by the end of the year. 30-year-old time capsule opened today in West Babylon, Long Island. Snapple in glass bottles is back for a limited time and at only one place in the village. Jets in New England for Thursday night football. Islanders skate late in Vancouver. AccuWeather says brisk and chilly tonight, partly cloudy early, mainly clear late, low 40 in the city, mid to upper 30s in most suburbs. Wins News Time 8:21. Let's get you where you need to go with Kelly Dillon.
Mess in the Bronx. Southbound Deacon into the Cross Bronx. An accident here knocks out at least one lane. Traffic's at a standstill right back to Fordham Road. We do have a mess on the Henry Hudson Parkway, both directions as you make your way into the 150s. There is an accident, at least a lane down each way, backing up traffic, especially northbound all the way back into the 130s. The east side is better, but do keep in mind the southbound FDR is slow now from the 40s down into the teens. It is picking up here. The eastbound BQE in Queens starting to back up right past Queens Boulevard, getting word of an accident here, closing at least one lane. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Eastbound Southern State delays into exit 19 in Hempstead, getting word of a crash, closing the lane. Sunrise Highway going to be the better option. Not too bad on the LIE or the Northern State. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. A busy ride on the Queensboro Bridge, upper and lower decks into Queens. Queens Midtown Tunnel moving better, and a very slow ride still both ways along the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. Kelly Dillon, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
More than a dozen people have been charged in what New Jersey prosecutors call an illegal sports betting ring with ties to the mafia. Attorney General Matt Platkin says 55-year-old Joseph Perna of Fairfield headed up the illegal operation with his sons, nephews, and others. Accused of racketeering, conspiracy, gambling offenses, and money laundering. 14 people charged, including a student wrestler at Rutgers.
Recruited from among Perna's sons' high school and college friends. They effectively recruited younger gamblers or players that they knew would be able to pay up, or those that they could leverage payment from, namely college students and student athletes.
The top racketeering charge carries a minimum 10-year sentence. Platkin says people should not be turning to mob bookies when legal sports betting is widely available.
Responsible gaming, like the standards that we have put in place through licensed operators, helps protect people. I want to give any college student listening, yes, if you're of age, you can gamble on your phones if you're in the state of New Jersey. You should not be gambling in a mob-backed operation.
In a separate case, Cleveland Guardians star pitcher Emmanuel Clase has pleaded not guilty to charges that he took bribes to help gamblers win bets on his pitches. The reliever appeared before a federal judge in Brooklyn and was released on $600,000 bond. Yesterday, his teammate Luis Ortiz also pleaded not guilty in the same case. After the deadly beating of a woman by her roommate at Lincoln Hospital, the family has a lot of questions and hopes a $20 million lawsuit against health and hospitals will get them answers.
The family of Cynthia Van wants Lincoln Hospital to be held accountable for what they call a complete lack of protection and communication.
People should have been there to see that things like that don't happen to anybody.
Her mother, Rosemary, says they never heard from the hospital about how she was attacked. Attorney John Eleftrakis.
We will not let this get swept under the rug. We're here to be the consequence of what happens when injustice occurs.
The family says they found out only after she had emergency surgery for head trauma when she had been admitted for liver problems. Mac Rosenberg, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
NYC Health and Hospital says they are committed to the safety of patients, staff, and visitors. Former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James have teamed up in court. They're accusing the government of fraudulently appointing the U.S. attorney who indicted them. Lindsay Halligan replaced a U.S. attorney in the Eastern District of Virginia but had no experience as prosecutor. Her appointment ultimately approved by Attorney General Pam Bondi herself on orders from the president, who Halligan represented as a private attorney. James and Comey want Halligan off their cases.
This ruling could come before Thanksgiving. At least the judge indicated that she wanted to do so. And the key here is whether this case can move forward and whether she could do two things. One, rule that the case can go forward and that Lindsay Halligan is okay to be the U.S. attorney prosecuting it. She could take her out of the case and let the indictment proceed, or she could dismiss the entire case.
Correspondent Pierre Thomas. Nearly a dozen people critically injured after a truck leaked ammonia in Oklahoma.
A tanker truck carrying 25,000 pounds of ammonia was parked outside of a Holiday Inn in Weatherford while the drivers slept overnight. The police say a valve or a seal leaked ammonia from the truck. 36 people in the area went to hospitals. 11 are critically injured. Police Chief Angelo Orifici says it could take days to clean up the ammonia that remains.
We pretty much got a lot of this stuff diluted right now. And so we're working with the EPA and getting the regulations on actually how to dispose of everything.
Around 500 people were evacuated and shelter-in-place orders were given to others. Those have now been lifted. Alex Stone, ABC News.
47 degrees, clear, going down to 40 in Midtown. Now, Bloomberg Money Watch.
A dismal day on Wall Street today, despite the government shutdown coming to an end. Stocks tumbling on worries that with the shutdown over, an economic data dump will be coming soon. Data about jobs, inflation, and more. And it may not provide a clear path for the Federal Reserve as it considers lowering rates again at its December meeting. With that, the Dow plunging 798 points, 1 2/3% lower. The Nasdaq was down 536, a 2 1/4% plunge, and the S&P lost 113. That's down 1 2/3%. I'm Tom Busby. Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
1010 Wins. I love that I get the news without the bias.
I totally trust what they say.
All news, all the time.
1010 Wins.
On 92.3 FM.
Wins News Time, 8:30.
Good evening, I'm Mario Bosquez. The lines are drawn. Subway lines over 1 versus 2-person train crews.
With new technology, transit advocates say 2-person subway crews are redundant and wasteful. Andrew Ryan heads the Citizens Budget Commission.
We should be switching now. 1-person train operation, we estimate, would save the MTA $450 million every year.
Union leaders cite safety concerns. John Samuelson is the international president of the Transport Workers Union.
The people who wrote that report, I can guarantee you, were never stuck in the hole underneath the streets of Manhattan at 3 o'clock in the morning in a track fire, having to be evacuated by a train crew.
He's urging the governor to sign a bill extending the 2-person requirement indefinitely. Marla Diamond, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
For more than a century, nearly every train has had at least a 2-person crew. Wins News Time 8:31. Let's get you where you need to go with Kelly Dillon.
A mess on the Henry Hudson Parkway. Heading southbound into
boy.
the 150s. The 2 right lanes out with a crash. Delays go back to the ramp to the George, and then northbound rubbernecking delays back into the 130s. Head to the east side, much better. In the Bronx, an accident is on the southbound Deegan into the ramp to the Cross Bronx. The left lane down. Traffic at a standstill here right back to Fordham Road. Also some new trouble on the eastbound side of the Bruckner into Longwood Avenue. It's an accident knocking out a couple lanes, quickly backing up traffic through the RFK. In Brooklyn, bumper to bumper on the BQE, both directions near Atlantic Avenue. Busier than normal here tonight. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels across the George, both ways. The upper levels, about a 10-minute backup. Lower decks, a little bit better. Not looking too bad at the Lincoln or Holland tunnels, and a busy ride. It is stop and go still across the Brooklyn-bound Brooklyn Bridge, and inbound, it is now quiet again. Kelly Dillon, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Let's get a check of the AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Brian Thompson.
After we had a pretty windy day today, the breeze is going to stick around through tonight, adding a bit of a chill to the air under a clear to partly cloudy sky. Lows will be in the mid to upper 30s in most suburbs, about 40 in the city. Now, tomorrow, temperatures not rising a whole lot. We'll still have a chilly breeze. We'll have some sunshine, a high of 48. AccuWeather real field temperatures will be in the 30s to near 40. Clear to partly cloudy as the breeze diminishes tomorrow night. Lows will be in the low to mid 30s. Some early sunshine sunshine Saturday, then it clouds up, a high of 49. Rain at times Saturday nights, and after that it turns windy Sunday and somewhat warmer. Early clouds and a shower will give way to some afternoon sun. Sunday's high about 56 degrees. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
It's National Diabetes Month, and 1010 Winds, together with United Healthcare and their Oxford products, want to remind you that pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes may be prevented, delayed, or even reversed with exercise and a healthier diet. Talk to your healthcare provider about your risk factors.
There is a push underway about the transfer system between buses and subways. Right now, one free transfer within 2 hours of paying that initial fare. Trying to change that, Council Member Kevin Riley, along with 17 other council members, they want the state legislature to pass a measure allowing for unlimited free transfers, MTA system-wide, to avoid, they say, complex travel changeovers. Students on Long Island witnessed the opening of a time capsule that turned out to be a real eye-opener.
Most of the students did not know the show Friends that was super popular back in 1995.
We were on a break!
But how about the items that were in the time capsule? Let's start with a pager.
You could text people with it.
How about the Pogs game?
Not really. They look like stickers.
And an old, large cell phone, the one with the antenna that goes up and down.
It looks like, a walkie-talkie.
This school year, another time capsule will be buried to be opened in 2050. Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM at West Babylon Junior High School.
You can call this the Snapple Glass Bottle War.
It's a New York classic. Snapple in a glass bottle. Free Snapple! The Snapple Bodega on 6th Avenue and West 4th Street is open.
I'm excited to savor this. It tastes so much better in glass.
Can you guys take a sip?
I'm saving mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can save it.
It's a classic.
But there's been a toss-up all day for the best flavor.
I got the regular peach tea.
My favorite, peach. Gotta get peach.
Really a toss-up between peach tea and lemon tea. Like, true New Yorkers love their teas, but these limited-time glass bottles are back for now, and some people are hoping they're here to stay. Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in West Village.
Manhattan's west side beefing up, hopefully its cruise ship presence with bigger ships, amid plans for upgrades and pollution-fighting measures of the Manhattan Cruise Terminal, roughly between West 47th, 54th, by the city's Economic Development Corporation. No word yet on a timeline or cost estimates. Someone, or rather something, was really hogging up a roadway.
Police shut down I-40 as they chased the pig on foot Tuesday. Felice Lujan was at the front of the traffic jam.
At first we thought it was a dog. And I said, no, that's a pig. I couldn't believe it.
Lieutenant Ramon Candelaria with Albuquerque Animal Welfare says the pig appears to be domesticated. He's not sure how it ended up on the interstate.
Did it fall out of somebody's vehicle? Did it fall out of a livestock truck?
If no one claims the pig, it will be put up for adoption. Lujan says she'll be first in line.
Hopefully he'll be mine.
Why, Michael Wallace with the story. From the vibrant mix of Jackson Heights to the Italian foods on Arthur Avenue, we are New York's all-news station.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good evening, 47 degrees at 8:40. I'm Mario Bosquez. Here's what's happening. A round of alleged participants in illegal online sports betting scheme in New Jersey with alleged mafia ties. An East Harlem subway platform dispute escalates to a man shoved onto track, saved by cops. Accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione for police and the DA over alleged comments by his own mother. Tragic barn fire on Long Island claims the lives of many animals despite efforts to save them. 1010 Winds Juliet Papa speaks with the brave cop among three who saved the teen girl from the East River. AccuWeather clear to partly cloudy, overnight low 40 in the city. Winds News time 8:41. Let's get you where you need to go with Kelly Dillon.
A mess on the Henry Hudson Parkway southbound into the 150s. The two right lanes out with an accident. Backing up traffic through the George, and then northbound rubbernecking delays going back through the 130s. Head to the east side. It is moving better. Also in the Bronx now, the eastbound Bruckner at Hunts Point Ave. A stalled car is stuck in the right lane. Bumper to bumper delays picking up through the RFK. In New Jersey tonight, the southbound New Jersey Turnpike common entrance ramp from 15E from Route 1 and 9 in Newark. It is blocked off now with a broken down truck. We're also dealing with delays on the western spur southbound at the turnpike into 16W as overnight construction sets up here. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. In Nassau tonight, we're looking all right on the LIE. No trouble to report on the northern state or the southern state parkways. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, bumper to bumper along the Brooklyn-bound Brooklyn Bridge. And we're moving okay right now across both the Whitestone and Throgs Neck bridges. Kelly Dillon, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
14 people charged in what New Jersey prosecutors are calling an illegal sports betting ring with alleged mafia ties.
This was a network of offshore sports gambling websites that prosecutors say was being run by Joe Perna of the Lucchese crime family. New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin says it was a family affair.
Perna's son, Joseph R. Perna, conducted the daily operations of the sportsbook, overseeing dozens of subordinate agents.
He says those sub-agents included high school and college friends. Perna's son, stepsons, wife, and ex-wife are among those charged. Platkin says even though the state legalized sports betting in 2018...
Clearly there are still people. We see this in legal and illegal industries where people want to prey on those who might be vulnerable.
Mac Rosenberg's 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
A scuffle on the subway platform escalates to a man shoved onto tracks, say cops in East Harlem. The dispute erupting on the southbound 6 train platform. The man, 39, winding up on the tracks, now stable after police helped him off those tracks. No arrests made. Could this be a case of mayor versus mayor-elect regarding key campaign promises?
Mayor Adams' plan to build affordable senior housing on the site of the Elizabeth Street Garden was scrapped in June amid opposition from community members and celebrities. This week, he designated it city parkland.
I've made clear over the course of the campaign what my vision would be in meeting the urgent need of building affordable housing, especially for seniors across New York City. And the actions that the Adams administration has taken now make it nearly impossible to follow through with that.
Mamdani said while he vehemently disagrees with a number of positions Mayor Adams has taken, his administration has been open and collaborative during the transition. Marla Diamond, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM in Brooklyn.
Meantime, the mayor-elect shedding light on his plans for affordable child care, described as one of the costliest expenses behind housing in the city, saying he now fully intends to deliver on his affordability promise for universal child care. Mayor-elect Mamdani.
The absence of them has been costing New Yorkers an immense amount of money. In a single year, it was measured that our economy paid the cost of about $23 billion due to the absence of affordable child care.
Council today endorsing his call for the state to give more funds for city child care programs. Accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione aiming for police and the DA over alleged comments allegedly made by his own mother about the way they characterized the statements that had been made by her that the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was allegedly something she could see her son doing. A new court filing states prosecutors turned over no evidence to substantiate the alleged remark. Mangione has pleaded not guilty, due in court in December. Tragically, a large Long Island barn fire caused dozens of animals to lose their lives in Riverhead.
The Wells family had just left the barn for the day when owner Eric Wells says the barn burst into flames. They were able to save 17 animals.
Basically, it's just years of experience. We know how to take care of our animals, outside, fresh air, plenty of air.
4 pigs died along with 29 chickens. He says the devastation is so great, he does not think the structure can be rebuilt.
I mean, most of the animals are doing very well. They have a shelter and another pen.
The farm has been in operation since 1661. Sophia Hall, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM on Long Island.
No word on the cause. They want the cases tossed. Lawyers for former FBI Director James Comey and State Attorney General Letitia James asking a judge to throw out indictments on the basis that the Trump-installed prosecutor was unlawfully appointed, they say, namely Lindsay Halligan, a White House aide, former insurance lawyer with no prior prosecutorial experience. The lawyer arguing on behalf of the government said the issues being raised and trying to invalidate the appointment was, as they put it, at best, quote, a paperwork error, and that if Halligan was disqualified, that the indictment should be left in place. Comer, charged with allegedly making false statements to Congress. James, for alleged mortgage fraud, both pleading not guilty. A ruling is expected before Thanksgiving. Now that the shutdown is over, tens of millions who did not get full food stamp allotments are hoping that will change, and fast.
Some recipients got partial allotments, but others got all of their SNAP benefits when states stepped in to pay them. The USDA tells CBS News recipients in most states should see their benefits loaded onto their electronic benefits transfer cards within 24 hours. But some states say it could take up to a week for some recipients to get their delayed aid. About 2/3 of the states had issued only partial or no benefits before the shutdown ended last night.
Christopher Cruz reporting. California revoking 17,000 commercial driver's licenses given to non